Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. There's a lot of focus on what are the rarest coins out in circulation that you can find, but today we're going to be looking at the most common coins that you'll see in your change. Perhaps you're a new collector to the hobby and want to learn about the common coins that you'll find, or maybe you're an experienced coin collector and you have friends and family who keep an eye out for their coins for you and keep sending you pictures of common coins. Hopefully this video will help them to narrow down the common coins that you don't need. We're going to count down the top 15 most common 50p's in circulation, starting with number 15, which is Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. One of the 5 designs released in 2016's Beatrix Potter collection. The characters of Beatrix Potter saw circulation in 2016, 17 and 18, with a further 2 Peter Rabbit designs on 50p's in 2019 and 2020, and then they weren't circulated. There were 8.8 million of the Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle 50p's minted for our change. In 14th place we have the representation of the People Act. This was released in 2018 to mark the centenary of the Act, which was a major social milestone in our country's history. It reformed the eligibility to vote, for the first time allowing women the vote. There had been huge momentum to this type of social reform given the hard work women had contributed to the war effort during the First World War. With many men serving abroad, it opened up job opportunities for women which were previously closed off from them. Although not allowing all women the right to vote, it was a major stepping stone towards that equality, and there were 9 million of these 50p's put into circulation. Unlucky for some, we have number 13 next. We have 2 designs which share 13th place with identical mintage figures. These are the 2 2019 Paddington Bear 50p's. There were 4 released in total, with 2 others in 2018. In 2019, Paddington visited the White Tower at the Tower of London and also St Paul's Cathedral. The previous year he was at Buckingham Palace and Paddington Station on the 50p coins too. These, much like the Beatrix Potter 50p's, were really successful in attracting a younger audience to coin collecting, which is really important if we want coin collecting to be a hobby that lasts the test of time. There were 9,001,000 of each of these designs put into circulation. In at number 12 we have Roger Bannister. The coin was struck to mark the 50th anniversary of his record-breaking sub 4 minute mile, managing it in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. The record is now 3 minutes and 43 seconds, a mere 16 seconds faster. Roger Bannister went on to become a celebrated neurologist, and it's his work in this field for which he was most proud of. He passed away in 2018 at the age of 88. A total of 9,032,500 of these 50p's were minted for circulation. In at number 11, one off of the top 10, we have our second Beatrix Potter character. This is from the 2017 collection and features Tom Kitten. The 2017 set sees the highest mintage figures of the 3 circulating years, and we'll see more of his friends as we continue on our countdown to the most common 50p you can get in your change. Of Tom Kitten, there were 9.5 million put into day-to-day change. On to number 10, we have another Beatrix Potter character, this time Peter Rabbit from the 2016 set. Although a very common coin, it's the only one from the list that does regularly fetch more than its face value to collectors. Being the title character from a popular set of coins, these are worth up to £2, so not a huge amount, but for a coin this common, it's a decent markup. Unlike the Jemima Puddle Duck, which is the rarest coin in the 2016 set, which is one you really want to find, being one of the more valuable commemorative 50p's in our change. Of the 2016 Peter Rabbit though, a total of 9.7 million circulated. Breaking up our countdown, we will draw the winner of our current subscriber giveaway. This was the prize you could win, a silver-proof 2018 Snowman 50p. If your name is the one that is drawn, then do contact us on the email address in the description of this video so that we can verify that you are the winner and get the prize to you. As ever, we will not contact you in the comments asking you to contact us on WhatsApp, Telegram or any other messaging services, so please do be careful as this is a common scam. Here comes the draw then, and I am sure you will all join me in congratulating our lucky winner. Number 9 sees our third Beatrix Potter 50p in a row, this time Jeremy Fisher. Once again, a coin of the 2017 run of characters. Much like Tom Kitten, Jeremy Fisher only appeared in the 2017 set, unlike Peter Rabbit, who appeared in each of the year's collections. Although rumoured to have created designs and dies for a new set in 2019, these didn't come to fruition, but it would be fascinating to be able to see what might have been if the coins had been minted. Of Jeremy Fisher though, there are 9.9 million in our change for you to find. In at number 8 we have the Victoria Cross Heroic Acts, the counterpart to the Victoria Cross medals, which we'll get to later. It was released in 2006 and depicts a soldier carrying another wounded soldier, valiantly saving his fellow serviceman. The Victoria Cross is awarded for acts of valour in the face of the enemy, and it's the highest honour awarded in the military. One thing to look for on this coin as well is that in 2019, to mark the 50th anniversary of the 50p in circulation, a number of older designs were restruck and sold into collector's sets. If someone has broken that coin out of the set and spends it, then you might find one of these rare NIFCs, a coin which is not intended for circulation. So be sure to check the date, because if you've got a 2019 dated one, that shouldn't be in your change, and that's a rare coin. Of this coin, there were 10,500,000 minted for our change in 2006. Lucky number 7 is the Brexit 50p, a tricky moment to mark on our coinage given how divisive the decision was and remains to be. To create a coin that wouldn't annoy either side of the debate, but also governments abroad, it simply states peace, prosperity and friendship with all nations. Admittedly not the most exciting design you can find in your change, but there is something rather exciting about the coin to look out for. As you can see, the date at the bottom of the coin reads the 31st of January 2020. Many of you will recall though that Brexit was scheduled to occur on a number of dates before this date and had to be pushed back a couple of times. These coins were already earmarked to go into circulation, and so they were minted before the date of Brexit. So when Brexit was postponed, those coins had to be melted down and reminted with the next date Brexit was planned to happen. It does appear that some of these coins with the alternative dates may have managed to get out of the mint though, and these would be very exciting and rare coins to come across. Of the correct dated versions though, there were 10,001,000 put into general circulation. Another coin from 2020 makes it to number 6, one of the more recent releases in our top 15. This is the Diversity Built Britain 50p. It's a simple design with a pretty pattern to the background of the coin. These are triangles forming a sphere to represent connections, with some linking and some others diverging, but together building a strong structure. The coin was fast-tracked into circulation by then Chancellor of the Exchequer and therefore Master of the Royal Mint, Rishi Sunak, to a tune of 10.3 million. Into the top 5 we see public libraries. This coin was created in celebration of the 150th anniversary of the public library system. Although now in decline, in a time before the internet and Wikipedia, being able to access books as a resource for all regardless of your class and status was revolutionary. The design on the coin features an opening book on top of a library, and above the sign but below the book there are some circular objects. These are to represent the advancements in technology available at libraries, these being CDs, although they may now seem like ancient technology considering we have streaming services, but back in 2000 when this coin was minted, we all had collections of CDs. There were 11,263,000 of these 50p's minted. Then in 4th place, the Victoria Cross, the medals. This coin was created to mark the 150th anniversary of the institution of the award. It was first created to honour those serving in the Crimean War. Queen Victoria was very keen on the creation of an award that recognised the highest levels of devotion to duty and courage that could be awarded to any serving their country. The coin features 2 shots of the medal itself, both front and back. The award is, as we've said, the highest bestowed by the British military, with only 1,358 having been awarded ever, and of those only 15 since the end of the Second World War. There were many more coins minted for circulation though, totalling 12,087,000. Taking the bronze medal and position number 3, we have Johnson's Dictionary 50p, which was minted in 2005. The coin was to mark the 250th anniversary of Johnson's book, A Dictionary of the English Language, which was compiled by Samuel Johnson. It took him 8 years to complete, having been paid 1,500 guineas, which in today's money would be over £250,000. His work is heralded as one of the greatest achievements of scholarship and wouldn't be superseded for 173 years by the Oxford English Dictionary. There were 17,649,000 of the 50p's made for circulation. Our runner-up then is the 2017 Peter Rabbit, making his second appearance in today's video. It's a good job we don't combine the two mintages, or else he would have had the top spot all to himself. After 2018's release, the following two Peter Rabbits didn't make it into circulation, which is a shame for those of us who like hunting for him in our change. But then from 2021 he has been minted onto a £5 coin for the past 2 years. Whether this becomes an Easter tradition which continues into the future remains to be seen, but there is a good chance we may expect one in 2023 as well. Of the 2017 Peter Rabbit 50p's, we saw 19.9 million minted for use in general circulation. So then, top dog, or should I say top bunny, we have Benjamin Bunny from the 2017 Beatrix Potter set, with all of the 4 designs released in that year making it into our countdown of the top 15 most common 50p's. You will see plenty of them. On the plus side, being the most common coin currently in circulation, there's a good chance that this could be the design which sparks an initial interest in coin collecting, one that leads more people into the hobby. Although he's not the rarest circulating coin, you should pay extra attention to this one if you find it, because there is a rotation error variant you might find. Some collectors have found instances where the die was incorrectly installed, thus minting one side at the wrong angle, and this takes a very common face value coin up to a value of £50. Of the Benjamin Bunny design though, there were a staggering 25 million minted for circulation, which is over 100 times more common than the Kew Gardens 50p. Well, there we have it, the top 15 most common 50p's that you will find out in circulation. Of course, as time goes on, the video might change and be dated as we get new releases, but hopefully the video serves as a helpful tool for new collectors or people looking for a bit more information about coins. There are links down in the description of this video to our related product offerings if you'd like to make a purchase yourself. Be sure as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads or potential future giveaways. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We have our shop and online store, but I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.